I pushed a 6-year-old at the playground. I'd do it again. I'm not a confrontational person. I've never been in a fight. I apologize when people bump into me. I once let a woman cut me in line at Target because I didn't want to make a scene. My therapist says I have trouble advocating for myself. She's right. But here's the thing about becoming a mother. Something changes in your brain. Some switch gets flipped, and suddenly, you're not the same person who apologizes for existing. You're something else entirely. I didn't know that until the playground. Mila wanted to go on the slide, the big one. She'd been scared of it for months, but that morning she pointed at it and said, "That one, mama." So I walked her over, held her hand up the steps, let go at the top so she could do it herself. She was so proud. And then she was screaming. A bigger girl had appeared out of nowhere, shoved her from behind before she could even sit down. Mila hit every bump on the way down and landed face first in the rubber mulch. Mila's lip was bleeding. Her hands were shaking. She kept saying, "Ow, ow, ow," like she couldn't find any other words. I held her and looked for someone, anyone. Then I saw her. A woman on a bench at the far end of the playground, phone in hand, iced coffee in the other. She had the same blonde hair as the girl. I walked over with Mila still in my arms. "Excuse me, is that your daughter? The one in the pink shoes?" She didn't look up. Probably. She just pushed my daughter off the slide. "She's hurt." The woman glanced at Mila's bloody lip, shrugged. "Kids play rough. It happens." She pushed her from behind, on purpose. "Well, maybe your daughter was in the way." She went back to her phone. I stood there for a second, waiting for something. An apology, a reaction, anything. Nothing came. I walked back to the bench with Mila, cleaned her up, told myself it was fine, told myself we'd just stay away from the slide. 10 minutes later, Mila wanted to try the tunnel, the little one that connects two parts of the structure. She crawled in. I walked to the other side to meet her. She never came out. I heard her scream from inside. I dropped to my knees and looked in. The girl was in there with her, blocking her, pushing her back every time she tried to move forward. Mila was sobbing, trapped, terrified. The mom was still on her phone. I didn't think. I just reached in and grabbed. The girl hit the ground and started screaming like I'd set her on fire. I ignored her, got Mila out of the tunnel, held her tight, whispered, "You're safe, you're safe. Mama's here," until her breathing slowed. By the time I stood up, the mom was already on the phone with 911. A woman just assaulted my 6-year-old daughter at the playground. She pushed her to the ground. "My daughter is hurt. Please send someone." She hung up and looked at me with pure hatred. "You're going to jail." I didn't respond, just held Mila and waited. The cop who showed up was a woman, short hair, no expression. She looked at the crying 6-year-old, looked at me holding my toddler. I could tell who she believed. "Ma'am, I'm going to need you to put the child down and step over here." Every muscle in my body locked up. I set Mila down on the bench. She screamed and reached for me. I had to walk away from my crying daughter to answer questions about why I attacked a child. The mom told her story. "I attacked her daughter unprovoked. Her daughter was just playing. I'm dangerous. I should be arrested." The officer wrote it all down. Then she turned to me. "Your version?" I told her everything. The slide, the conversation with the mom, the tunnel. She was trapping my daughter inside. I pulled her out. That's it. The officer's face didn't change. "There's a camera on that structure. We'll pull the footage." We walked to the park office together, all of us. The footage was grainy but clear. Mila going down the slide, the girl shoving her, Mila on the ground, me talking to the mom shrugging, the mom going back to her phone, Mila in the tunnel, the girl going in after her, me pulling the girl out, the girl stumbling. The officer turned to the mom. "Ma'am, your daughter assaulted this woman's child twice. You were informed and did nothing. Then you filed a false report." The mom's face went sour. I didn't see." "You didn't see because you weren't watching." The officer looked at me. "You're free to go." Then she looked at the mom. "You're not." The mom got a citation. Her daughter got banned from the park for the summer. Mila got ice cream and a long nap. A few weeks later, someone at my mom's group asked if I'd heard about the playground incident. I said I had. She asked what I thought about the woman who pushed that little girl. I said I thought she did exactly what any mother would do. She protected her child, and if she had to do it again, she would.